Hello everybody, this is George here. This is a video about building your own computer at home. Right. Basics you need is a case, a power supply for the case, a motherboard, if you need a graphics card, some RAM, obviously a hard drive. Optionals are CD readers, card readers. They're optionals, but we'll get to that later on. Okay. So this is a case I'm going to use for the PC. It's a gaming rig case, so it's pretty decent. It's got a fan in the front, and it's also got two more fans on the side to help keep the components inside cool, as is important with all computers. Keep the inside of the computer cool. It's a lot better performance. The motherboard I'm going to use is this one here. It's a Gigabyte motherboard. It's not exactly a new model of motherboard and all I got there. I think it's about 6 months old or so. I don't know, not sure. But I was impressed with it. I bought it off eBay. It wasn't that expensive either. Now, for the graphics card, I'm going to use this. The Asus GeForce, NVIDIA GeForce. It's a bit of a beast. GTX 660. Right, I've been told that I should have went a little bit more expensive and get the 970 or something like that there, but yeah, it'll do for now. Also, you're going to need some RAM. The board I'm going to install here is compatible with DDR3. I've got a stick of DDR3 here. It's going to be it's one stick I'm going to put into it, and it's 8 GB. Which is going to be pretty good. I can upgrade. I've got another 3 slots that I can use, so I can put another 3 slots, 3 of these here into it if I wish. Okay, let's get to building. Okay, now this is the main board that we're talking about. Okay, the processor and the heatsink and fan is already in place. Okay, you can see your ports at the back there, your LAN, your USBs, your PS2s, and your audio. Alright, the processor that I'm using for this is an AMD FX processor. It's a 4-core 3.8 gigahertz processor. That's what the box looks like. Alright. It's a pile driver. They give the processors nicknames, like, you know. So now we're going to get to putting it in the box. Okay, we run into a little problem here. This power supply is physically too big for the case, so we're not going to use this inside the case at the minute. We're going to just use it externally, but we can continue on with the rest of the build, and I'll get another power supply in the very near future to replace it, and possibly do a better job than what this one could do. Okay, so that's the motherboard secured into the case. Next what we've got to do now is put all the connectors together now. See these here? See the little cables here? All these little cables have specific places to go on the board. Like Lego bricks, like, you know, they've got labels on them, they've got writing on them, and also the specific places on the board has the labels on those as well, so it's easy enough to figure out which goes where. Alright, So now the front panel connections have all been made, if you can see there. And I've just tightened the cables up a wee bit, because there's nothing worse than cables laying everywhere inside the PC, you know. And also it can obstruct the likes of these fans, you know, if they are loose. So little cable ties are a godsend on this. So the next step now is to get the RAM installed. Where did I leave that RAM? Okay, here we are. The RAM, 8 GB of RAM. Okay. Just be very careful. Do not touch the gold connectors on it. See the gold connectors? Do not touch them. And you'll have slots in here. You'll know where to go, because it's really only one place they can go. I'm going to use the socket just nearest the processor here and clip it into place. 1, 2. Right, just like that. And just to show you, there's the RAM. It's in place now. See the other 3 slots here? That means I can upgrade later. And these little ears here, these are what holds it in place. And if you don't hear the click whenever you put your RAM in, then you're not really secure in place, and it could cause you a problem. Alright, next job. Next job is putting my graphics card in so we can see what we're doing whenever we power up. Okay. Now, here's my graphics card, as I showed you earlier on. Yeah. Lift it out for you. Right. Alright, here we are. Anti-static bags, very handy. Keep a hold on whenever you have them. Again, there's the graphics card there. Okay. I intend putting a second one of these in to the computer in times to come. So again, just like the RAM, but first of all I need to make a space for it here. Maybe use this top space here. Yeah, that'll do rightly. Put 2 of the back plates off. Snap off. They're very lightly fastened on there. Just there's one, and now there's the second one. So now what we can do is we can attach the board onto the main board. Okay, here we are. Always ensure also to secure your graphics card down with a screw whenever you're done, because it's a big card, and if you move your computer from time to time, you'll not want to be making it loose on the board, because it could cause again damage to both the motherboard and to your system as a whole. Okay, now the PC is near enough assembled, I'm going to apply some power to it now using the power supply here. Alright, so it's already connected to its points on the board and to the graphics card. So here we go. Right, power applied, here we go. You should have some activity on the screen as soon as. Yeah, As you can see, it's posting. This is the software that's on the board, on the motherboard, before it looks at any Windows software at all. So it says here, no bootable device is detected. The system will enter BIOS utility. That's alright. I'm going to now throw a hard drive into it, and we're going to put a DVD writer onto it and start loading Windows. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the pretty fun part, the loading of the software. Right, I'm going to use Windows 7 to put on my computer, because I quite like Windows 7 rather than any other shit that Microsoft has come out. So I'm going to use Windows 7 64-bit. There we go, power on. And you see I've got the, as you see there, I have the ROM drive and the CD, the hard drive, sitting outside the case at the minute. So it might help also if I connect a USB keyboard to the computer, so I can be interactive with. So here we go. USB keyboard, insert keyboard there. Yeah, nice one. Okay, Control Alt Delete. There we are. And now let's see what we can get now. Delete for BIOS setup. Yeah, okay. Right, here we go. This is where you change all your bits and pieces, you know. The MIT, that's system, that's system setup. Like, you know, does something like tuning. If you know what you're doing on this, use it. But if you don't know what you're doing in this screen, do never use it, because it could end up killing your system. Okay, here we go. Control Alt Delete, restart, and hopefully it will just run straight into setup for Windows. Yeah, any key, lovely, that looks good to me. Okay, now so the operating system Windows 7 has been installed. I'm just going to load the software that came along with the motherboard, so that we have the recommended drivers and software on the machine that manufacturers recommend even, you know. I'll give you a little bit of a closer look on what I've done. Okay, so here we are. Okay, as you can see there, the motherboard's in there, and there's the graphics card, and you can see there is the fan, which is sitting on top of the processor. Okay, and here we are. Until I have all my software and stuff installed, both the hard drive, the CD drive, and the power supply there is going to just stay external for the meantime. And it's just to get me up and running, you know. It's not a big deal or anything like that. So, and I'll give you a wee look at the case as well. That's a wee bit of the case. Okay, so, well, I've got a fan. I'm going to put it here, which is where it's supposed to go. I've took a fan from an old PC. I'll show you that now. Here we are here. Put a little bit of extra cooling, you know. It's always good to keep your components inside on the motherboard as cool as possible to get a good bit of performance out of them, you know, as optimal as possible, like, you know. So there you go.